Greetings, Sagittarius, and welcome to your divinely guided rune reading here for the week. In your energetic path right away, we have the rune of Ingwas, the god Ing's rune. This is that fertile soil where the seed has been successfully planted. This is the divine masculine healings rune as well. This is irreversible, very stable energy. Again, when the lines go like this right off the rune, that is very stable, very irreversible energy. It looks like one gibo stacked on top of another. Supreme balance in reciprocity, give and take, knowing where you stand and being kind of like stoic in that energy, as you could have been challenged or blessed with these aspects here recently in your past. But this has been, regardless, a very fertile territory for you to plant a seed in your recent past. So hindsight's always 20/20, taking what resonates, leaving what doesn't. Let's get into your energetic now. Your energetic now is in Odin's rune, and that is an irreversible rune that is also blank. Not everybody does the Odin's rune, but I will get another rune of clarity at the very end of the reading here for that at the from a different set here. Now, Odin's rune is like the patch that covers Odin's eye. It's indicative of something that is being hidden from you or that you already know. Now, in this position in the energetic now, I really do hope it's something you already know, but regardless, we're going to get that rune of clarity in the future of the reading here. So stay tuned. In the energetic near future is Nalthis, that more in this position, Nalthis, when you're going down the path and now this log is blocking your path, that's indicative of changes in your life, like your balancing of needs, constraints, limitations, something that pops up across a log crosses your path, like a tree branch fell across your path, blocking your way. It has to be fully addressed and transmuted. Your needs, constraints, limitations need to be balanced before you can proceed on your divinely guided path. All right. So in this position or in the outcome, the future or the outcome positions, I would venture that this is having your needs, constraints, or limitations, having a healthy aspect, having those met. Because you were in that fertile territory here in the past and you planted that seed, right? I think with your nurturing, whatever is going on here, that you have your needs, constraints, limitations met. You have more balance of what your needs versus wants are, what your actual limitations versus your perceived limitations are here in your very near future. So let's get the rune of energetic influence for the now. Your energetic influence for the now is in the divine feminine's rune of Laguz. Laguz means lake, flow, water, divining with water, dowsing with water, right? So it's the divine feminine's rune because it's that divine sense of flow, intuition, emotional healing work, the primordial life-giving sources and nurturing qualities of water, the intuitive know-how to provide life, right? To be creative, right? To create things. So you have the divine masculine and the divine feminine's rune here. Back to back. So this is calling for a lot of balance with divine masculine and feminine. So in your energetic past and your energetic influence of the now, very strong representations of that divine masculine and feminine aspect, the yin-yang aspect of balance in your life.
When the veil grows thin and whispers call, truth and shadow dance for all. Runes reveal what hearts may hide, guiding your spirit from inside. The spirits stir, the old paths wake, the runes speak truths no mask can fake. Readings await, message below, to find out what only runes can show. Like, comment, subscribe, and share, their wisdom moves through midnight air. If not your sign, still cross-watch through. Sun, moon, and rising call to you. Now breathe, return where fate is weaving. Back to your Samhain rune reading.
Let's see what your advice here for the energetic now is. Your advice, okay, this is Kinas. Kinas is the torch. This is the light that simultaneously lights the path for others and for yourself. So there's that saying out there that goes, when I work to light the path for others, so too do I illuminate the path for myself. That is more like meaning, to me anyway, that the advice we give out, right, what we see in others is a reflection of what we see in ourselves. So the advice that we give out to these people, or what opinions we have of other people, are actually very real opinions and advices that we need to take into ourselves, to lead by example, not be a hypocrite, right? Be totally brutally honest with ourselves, right? Lead by example, manifest, trailblaze, do that duty. Balance the divine feminine and masculine and lead by example, trailblaze that energy, like the Pac-Man wanting to gobble up those dots, and like the wands suit and tarot, you're manifesting. So get into that stance of leading by example, lighting the path for others and for yourself. Any good healer, after they're done healing with somebody, rather than also cleansing or purifying, a healer will also, a good one anyway, ought to be looking at instances of where they gave out advice to that healing work. Why did that happen? Is that an aspect within the self that they also need to address? So it's a good yes or no kind of a check-in, or or let's explore that together, kind of a self-dialogue. So that's your advice, right? Lead by example. Go ahead, get into manifesting. Your outcome for all of this, very stable energy. Again, when the line is going straight down off the rune, is very stable, very grounded energy. This is the rune Manas. This is the rune of mankind. What goes around comes around, and knowing the cyclical nature of mankind. Having that sort of sense of clarity. This is also having the rune Dagas in it. It has the rune Wunjo, and it has several of the other runes in it, but I like to point these out because that clan flag, Wunjo, clan flag of success, that's your joy, your bliss, your pleasure. Now you're seeing someone else's, right? But in your outcome position, it's an addition. It's that clarity when you add to it, right? It's the transmutation that takes place when you join forces, when you increase your sense of identity, you transmute, you balance, and you have that joy and the bliss and the understanding and the comprehension of, yeah, this is like you're finding your clan, your tribe here through doing this leadership kind of embodiment work, and you're like calling in your people. Yeah. And you're having a better sense of your own self-worth and where you're at in the collective, in your tribe, in your family, in your own life personally, like the character that you're playing, right? And through this mastery, these needs, constraints, limitations that seemed so daunting when you were focused on the future instead of the now, right? When you were focused on the future, those needs, constraints, and limitations that felt so daunting will not seem as daunting anymore. They're going to be met a lot easier when you balance out these senses of, do I need a label? What's these labels here? What are the definitions I'm attaching myself to? What am I living by? Am I leading by example? Yeah. Okay. So for clarity, we have the wood set we're using. Okay, yep, Kinas came up again. So yeah, you're definitely in that manifestation energy. I can't make this stuff up here. All right, so Sagittarius, this is a beautiful rune reading here for you. Embody your fireness energy, right? And definitely lead by example. You know what's right. You know this balance that you're striking, and now you just need to live it, right? And when you live it, you become it. Yeah. Beautiful stuff. Let me know in the comments below how this all resonates here for you, Sagittarius. We're going to get a card of clarity now here from the messages from the Fairies Oracle deck. Fairies are divinely guided beings who love to assist us in our journeys. And also, incidentally, fairies are super connected to Samhain energies. So thank you, energies, for being cheeky and throwing yet another card on the floor. They've been doing this all day here for me, Sagittarius. Please take pity on this soul. Just kidding. The fairies are just being cheeky with me, and I love it. Okay, flower power. is the name of the card. It says, spend time with the flowers and flower essences to increase your personal healing power. Flower power. Okay, so that'll help you deal with and to heal with and to balance and enhance your sense of like your inner authority, in claiming what you know to be true and leading by example. Let's read about that card. If I could learn how to spell. Okay, flower power again says, spend time with flowers and flower essences to increase your personal healing power. Sagittarius, this card signifies that you'll benefit from the balancing and healing properties of flowers. Spend time in a garden or even a florist's shop and surround your home with fresh flowers. As you breathe in the fragrances, feel their magical healing abilities bathing every cell of your body. The fairies also suggest that you buy a bottle or two of pure flower essences, which are available at most health food stores. Use rose oil to open your heart to love, for instance, or sprinkle lavender oil on your pillows or sheets to calm your nerves. Additional meanings for this card, Sagittarius, are to use flower essences in your healing work with others, or study aromatherapy, or make sachets of dried lavender eye pillows, for example, or plant a flower garden. And finally, you could send a loved one some flowers. Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant week.